Hey guys, Noah over at Paint to Life LLC, and I'm going to be showing you guys how to apply drywall mud. So we're in a homeowner's home right now, and we took down some decal molding that was on their ceiling. We're going to be priming this thing, painting it, but once we pulled off the molding, there was enough caulk and paint buildup left behind that it's just going to look really ugly if we just try to prime and paint over it. So after taking it down, we took out our nails or punched them in, and we're putting 2 coats of mud on top all the way across. All right, first things first, guys, we're gonna talk about the type of mud that we're gonna use. So this stuff's called Easy Sand 45. We're using it for the ceiling, and you'll find any kind of bag like this at Home Depot or Lowe's or anywhere else. Easy Sand, they come with Easy Sand 5, Easy Sand 20, Easy Sand 90. All they represent are the curing times. So this bag is gonna cure in about 45 minutes. Not completely, you're not gonna be able to sand it and paint it after 45. It's still gonna take 3 or 4 hours to completely dry, but you're gonna be able to put on another coat of mud in about 45 minutes. We usually use 20 for things like this where we're trying to fly through, but this room's a little bit more intricate, it's a ceiling, it's a little bit hard to work with, so we went with the 45. The benefit for using this, like I said, is that you get more coats on in a day. But if you want to have a little bit smoother finish, or you don't want to have to keep mixing new mud every time you run out of space in your pan or time, you're going to want to buy the pre-mixed bucket mud from Home Depot, Lowe's, wherever you go. That stuff, there's all-purpose, there's topping mud, they all have different colors. They're pretty similar, some different applications, but in the end, you're gonna be able to do a lot more work without having to mix more mud, and a little bit smoother and better to finish. So those are the two differences. There's a bunch of mud within those two categories of different spectrums that we use in different applications, but for your project, I would recommend going something like this. All right, now that we know what mud we're using, I'm just gonna give you a quick demo on how to mix this stuff. So I filled this up about halfway with powder, and I started using cold water. You wanna use cold or warm. If you use hot, it's gonna cure faster, much faster. So if that's what you're going for, if you wanna get mud on the wall in the next 5 to 10 minutes, feel free to make it hot. It's gonna cure faster, and you're gonna be able to put more mud on top quicker, but we're not looking for that. We're looking for a little bit longer time. So cold water in the pan, and all I did was add 3 to 4 levels of water. I would add it in, mix, until I get to this consistency where it's running off the blade, but it's taking some time. You see there, it's even sticking. It's kind of like soft serve ice cream. So that's kind of what you're going for when you're doing this. The one thing is, you can actually mix it correctly. If you read the bag, it's going to tell you directions and instructions of how much water to use and for how long to mix it. But you know, that's no fun. So mix it in a faucet if you want to. It's just easier, and it gives you a better idea of, you know, anytime you're mixing mud, what you're trying to go for. I got a little bit more mixing to do, but that's how you mix your mud. All right, guys, mud's mixed. Look at that, barely running off. That's what we're going for, especially on the ceiling. I'm gonna apply this mud, talk while I do it for you guys. So first things first, get it on your blade. We're using a 12-inch. I like to clean off the edges real quick, or clean off the wings is what I call them. We're left with this guy. This will make it so it doesn't spill out over us as we're applying it. I'm gonna start with my mud over on an area that we already have some fresh mud on, and I don't care if I ding it up a little bit, because I'll smooth it out either way. Same thing here. Probably get one more application of mud on there, just to make sure we're good. All right, and if any of you guys have seen the Vancouver Carpenter, you know that he has a saying. I use 2 sayings: feather that edge, and then doesn't matter how much you put on, it's how much you take off. So you can see I put a lot on here. Most of that stuff's coming right off. First thing I'm gonna do is just 1 pass over top. That's just to smooth out our mud, make sure it's consistent everywhere. Second thing I'm gonna do is called feathering the edge, which looks like that. The idea is you're taking your blade, not in the middle, but on the side. You're putting an emphasis on one end. That end is the non-mudded area, and the goal is to make this edge super smooth, transition into our non-mudded area, so that we don't have to spend a bunch of time sanding. So all it really is, this is exaggerated, but you're just bending the blade to one end while trying to keep it as flat as possible. So that's kind of the idea. I do a little bit more. But you can see I'm not really killing the bend. I'm just doing a slight bend to really feather that thing out. We're gonna be left with these lap marks towards the middle, and not that they're a problem, they'll sand out fine. We're gonna take our drywall blade. It's got a little bit of a curve to it. I can't tell if you guys can see it. Might have to see it at home, but it's got a curve. What you wanna do is the side that's bumping, the middle that's bumping out is how you wanna finish pass everything. So all I'm gonna do here is start on a non-mudded edge, and I'm just gonna go into my mud and drag it across, just like this. Do one more. just to get rid of any bubbles. And that's pretty good. Anything left, we'll sand out. I'm marred up by the mud over here just a slight bit. I'm gonna try to fix that before time runs out. There's that feather. There's a feather again. Find the side of my blade. Quick finish. And we're looking flat, even. That stuff's gonna sand. All right, guys, that's it. We lost the ending footage, but basically we just did one more pass in one of the areas. After this, we just came in with a drywall sponge, sanded our edges down slightly, hit the middle mainly, then cleaned up, primed, and 3-coated that ceiling, and now it looks great. Hopefully in the future, I'm going to be making more drywall videos, how to do taping, how to do corners, how to do California patches, all that kind of stuff. So look for that in the future, along with painting videos in general. A lot of how-to stuff. There'll be other things from the company, but mainly how-to stuff for DIYers or anyone looking to get it done by themselves.